Today I'm doing a video on the best guitarist nobody knows about. Of course, I'm talking about DJ Khaled. Just kidding. In all seriousness, it's Buckethead. Now, Buckethead was much more well-known back in the mid-2000s when he played with Guns N' Roses, but I feel like since then he's kind of faded from the spotlight. And if you're not familiar with Buckethead, here's a little of his backstory. He was raised by chickens. One day, these chickens attacked Buckethead, scratching his face. Could have been one of those big cocks. Got him right in the face. That's the worst. He solved this dilemma by wearing a mask. He spent his days in a chicken coop spying on horror movies being shown in the nearby drive-in movie theater and playing his little guitar. Just playing with his little wood all day long. Now, apparently, Buckethead is not that little here. Born May 13th, 1969, height 6'6". He's enormous. I have just released a brand new course, which you can get now. It's called Sweet Picking for Noobs, but it also has a bunch of stuff on modes and counterpoint, the C word. Now, that's going to be 65% off until this Sunday. You want to get your hands on this. Honestly, the modal video, I think, is the best video I've done on the modes, period. And I go way in depth into how to sweet pick, the different forms in the cage system. It's very thorough, as the British would say. Now, if you want to penetrate all the way, check out my Patreon page. That's where you get all of my courses, all of my tabs, backing tracks, everything. And actually, this video today is sponsored by my patron, Hunter. As a patron, you get the power to make reaction requests. So shout out to Hunter. He has Buckethead as his profile picture, so you know he's a true fan. And the Buckethead song we're going to listen to today is called Frozen Brains Tell No Tales. This was recorded back in 2006. Oh, man, I haven't had my WAP juice yet. I'm already expelling belches. So, cheers. Let's get some WAP juice down and check out this track. That is gross. Absolutely disgusting. Cans of power locked and loaded. Let's listen to Buckethead live. There's his signature white Les Paul. The white whale. Shout out to Moby Dick. Listen to those sounds. That reminds me of the movie Transformers. It's got like a robotic effect. Band's in. This is kind of an ear hook here, isn't it? An earworm. Or the wah pedal. I thought that was illegal, except for Kirk Hammett. Kirk Hammett's the only one who can play wah. Just kidding. Okay, back to this theme. So we're in the key of E flat minor. Sounds like he's tuned down a half step. I can see his Mesa Boogie rectifier in the background there, probably a dual rectifier. Straight ahead 4/4 groove. Now, as far as I know, Buckethead has released at least 666 albums. He's one of the most prolific guitar players on the planet. Whoa. Listen to that flat 5 note he's hitting. Creepy. Another catchy hook. Very good songwriting. His KFC hat says funeral. Back to the main theme. does look enormous, doesn't he? You can tell just by the size of his hands that he's really tall. Very skinny, long and lanky. And we got a green shade. Now that we're getting close to Halloween, I always think of Buckethead and his version of the Halloween theme. He does such a good job at that. How does he do that with he's got like a drop strap where he can move it up and down. Buckethead fans know what I'm talking about. Sometimes yeah, there it is. He's doing it again. Oh. Little attenuator switch he's hitting. Now we're back to this epic riff, man. Of course, everyone wants to know what Bucket looks like without the bucket helmet. What does that cock scratch look like? You know, when the chicken got him right in the face. Now here's some new material. Still in the same key. Got this E minor, tuned down a half step. The way Bucket thinks is very melodic. Like he's thinking about lines and hooks. Very compositionally minded. Just an arbitrary digit I'm using here, don't worry about that. Oh, we got a sample there. Okay, solo. Oh. He's repeating a theme. Remember this, guitar players. If you're going to do instrumental guitar music, make sure you have themes, melodies, chord hooks, something that people can latch onto. See, Bucket is taking us somewhere in the solo. Oh. Unbelievable technique. Reminds me of Paul Gilbert. Now here's a great melody. And he's adding, you know, a unique texture with the attenuator switch. I mean, the thing to learn from Bucket here is it's not about playing 666 miles an hour all the time. Even though he's highly capable of doing that, he's really serving the song and thinking about the melody and the chords. He's all about the composition. You hear that bass just repping that previous riff, keeping it locked down. There's something magical about just drums, guitar, and bass. It's very organic and straightforward, very clear. There's not much clutter in the mix. Now Bucket's doing his legato exercises here. Syncing back up with the band on that riff. Basically like an Iron Maiden progression, if you think about it. Those C, D, and E minor chords. Okay, and that's it. Buckethead out. Now, who do you think is the greatest unrecognized guitar player? Obviously, you know, the hardcore guitar shredders know who Buckethead is, but I don't think I would say he is really recognizable in the public domain. He did have a brief stint with Guns N' Roses, but that didn't last long. If you get into shred guitar, you have to think more like Buckethead, or maybe a guy like Jason Becker. Jason Becker, I would say, maybe pushes the envelope a little too far at times, but you want to make sure that you are making music when you shred. It's very easy to get caught up in the athletic aspect of guitar playing as a shredder and just play too many notes that don't really mean anything. But it's okay to play fast, but make sure that you're outlining chord progressions and that there's strong melody in your lines and that you're thinking about it on the compositional level. A great way to help you do that is to check out my brand new course called Sweep Picking for Noobs. It's not just about guitar technique, it's about how to make music with technique. My modal module in this course is really absolutely groundbreaking. Nobody on the internet teaches the modes like I do with my 3 keys to really unlock the music. When you're writing a song, you need to be conscious of what you're saying on a musical level. Can you use the Dorian mode or the Phrygian mode and use the primary chords and use melodies and tendency tones and counterpoint that really make a convincing sonic sketch of that mood? That's what it's all about. 65% off until this Sunday. Grab it in the description below and let me know, is Buckethead the greatest unknown guitar player? Now, I need some WAP juice to think on these thoughts and avoid getting a cock scratch like Buckethead, so I have to wear a bucket on my head for the rest of my life. Cheers.